It's difficult to imagine a more serene and peaceful setting. 10 acres of rolling lawn meandering around towering pines. This is the historic Wallowa Lake Lodge on the southern shore of Wallowa Lake. She's pushing 100 years. Talk about ageless beauty. The lodge has 22 rooms of various configurations and decor. This is rustic but comfortable lodging. If you require a TV in your room, well, maybe the Wallowa country just is not for you. Come on, this is Joseph, Oregon. You're at the base of the Wallowa Mountains and the nearby Eagle Cap Wilderness area, and the Wallowa Lake Lodge is the perfect place to begin your Northeast Oregon adventure. The centerpiece of the lodge is the comfortable lobby, which practically screams rustic charm.
The lodge is very unique. It is very funky. It is historic. It's vaguely spooky, but not haunted, but also harkening back to the 1920s when the lodge was built in 1923, and that era of creating a national park system and people having cars and getting out and traveling in abundance.
Yeah.
And the lodge has almost a century of all of these really potent memories for people. So the nostalgia is probably the biggest thing.
In addition to the 22 lodge rooms, there are 8 cabins here. Did we mention the property sits on the banks of the Wallowa River? There's that too.
We sit on about 10 acres here, and we just completed a conservation easement last year with the Nez Perce tribe so that the tribe has the development rights or lack thereof for this area.
Okay.
And there's plans to reintroduce sockeye to the lake, and it's just a really exciting time for the lodge.
New to the lodge is a 2,000 square foot deck facing the lake. It features locally sourced juniper wood for railings and burls, and it serves as yet another relaxing spot for lodge dwellers. And there's another new feature at the lodge.
We have a bar, new this year, full bar. We haven't had that at the lodge since, I believe, the 80s. And we have our Camus dining room. We're featuring a Scandinavian menu this year, which I hope to continue with.
And they offer a free continental breakfast. The lodge has enough modern conveniences. There is free Wi-Fi, but there are some features that might feel like throwbacks, but they're really just the way it's always been done at Wallowa Lake Lodge. You are literally just steps from adventure. Wallowa Lake State Park is a 3-minute walk, and perhaps the gem of Wallowa Lake, the tramway, is a mere 5-minute stroll from the lodge. The tram takes you 4,000 feet up to the top of Mount Howard, where the views are, in a word, epic. More activities are available right at the lodge. The aforementioned deck plays host to music each Friday night.
We do a lecture series here on Thursdays. We do yoga on Sundays, and then on Saturdays we do a nature walk with Wallowology.
So it's almost like a community center at the south end of the lake.
That's the goal. We want our community to use the lodge as much as possible, in addition to all of our wonderful guests who are coming from all over to stay with us.
You will be forgiven if you confuse Wallowa Lake Lodge with similar national park lodges. The vibe is similar, but local residents put together a group of investors a few years back to keep this special place locally owned. At the historic, vaguely spooky, but not haunted Wallowa Lake Lodge in Joseph, Oregon, with cinematographer Cody Rialt, this is Dave Jones for Destination Oregon.